everybody, and welcome back to Sunday Morning Chat. Sorry we couldn't be with you guys last time. We just had some stuff going on in real life. My bad, Paps. I almost had my cursor pointed over your fucking forehead again. Anyways, we welcome you back, and we're going to be talking about quite a lot today since we missed out on last week. Joining us today is Blizz over here to my left, looking incredible. We got Pap Smear Panda and Tiki Milk, no Subutech 11 today. We're going to take a little bit of a moment to wish Pap Smear Panda a happy birthday, because just 2 days ago, turned the
Happy
big 3-0.
birthday.
Yeah, that's right. It's
Damn.
pretty amazing.
Birthday.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was an interesting happy birthday.
Happy 30th. You're almost.
Yeah, I know. It's
Getting
incredible,
old,
and
man.
he still looks like he's in high school. Anyways,
Look the same
today's topics. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about. We got the OLED Switch, the Steam Deck, Battlefield 2042, and amazing my favorite announcement from today, Dead Space Remake. So I'm gonna start us off with the OLED Switch because I've been dying to hate on this console for so long now. For about a week now. I've been dying to just say that I am so disappointed in fucking Nintendo for telling us that they're going to release a new console, a new handheld console. Everybody was expecting some kind of Nintendo Switch Pro, right? Well, we got a Nintendo Switch with an OLED screen. Blizz, how does it make you feel right there?
Angry.
It's the same console,
Disgusting.
just an OLED screen.
Pretty much you're getting the Switch Pro with another company that decided to make their announcement the same day that the pre-orders went live for the Switch.
Which was incredibly genius and hilarious. They saw the Switch like announce their fucking OLED thing, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna wait until pre-orders open up on this fucking joke of a console, and we're gonna throw out our basically handheld PC. So good job, Valve. Like holy shit.
They just like destroy their market.
And I wonder if it is though, because Nintendo's kind of held the handheld market for quite some time now, like for years. I think PlayStation tried entering that. Remember PSP, PS Vita. Yeah, and that didn't. It probably did better in Japan, but I still don't think it did better in Japan than the Switch did, or any of the other Nintendo consoles. Yeah, I think we all had a PSP. It just didn't do well on the market. What the fuck are
It's
you
only
wearing?
2 good games on it.
Seriously though. So Blizz, before the show started, said that he got this from a gas station.
Gas station are you shopping at?
Man, so I'm gonna tell you it's a little story. While traveling, in every single big gas station, if they got a bathroom, or no, bump that, if they have a shower, they probably have a piece of armor in there. And you can literally travel from state to state to different giant gas station finding pieces of armor. It'd be a bunch of different helmets. They have shields, they have chest plates, they even have swords and gloves.
Okay, yeah, if that logic works, then any gas station that sells fried chicken has like oil burners for crackheads.
That's probably true. So now we know that if we ever need to start fucking LARPing, that we could just go to truck stops and we can get fully kitted out in everything and everything. It just looks incredible. I didn't know that you got that from this state.
Riding along and stopped there to get some gas. I was like, yo, what how much is that? He's like, this? I'm like, yeah.
Well, how much was
like
it?
40, 50 bucks, maybe?
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gas station
it
prices
too.
right there.
No,
You
now
spent $50 on a gas station helmet.
Yeah, damn right.
you said you had $200 left for gas, food, on a trip from Arizona back to Indiana, and you decided to take 50 of that, leaving yourself 150 left. Probably already put about $90 in the tank. So that doesn't leave you with a whole lot of money left to survive on. But that was worth it to you.
It was.
I admire that.
Rolling
I
on
admire.
faith. and good gas mileage.
Yeah, I would have spent that money on gas, but fuck, I didn't even think of a helmet.
Yeah,
Made it.
yeah. I mean, I admire it. You know what else is a kind of a useless purchase? The Nintendo Switch OLED. I'm just saying, man. You're looking at the freaking. You're stacking up the two right here. They're both rocking about the same display, right? You know, they can output 720, but I mean, look at the memory. You got 4 GB of freaking RAM on a Nintendo Switch, and 16 GB of RAM on a Steam Deck, which is comparable to most PCs. Like you two down there, your PCs have 16 GB of RAM, and then you got, and you know, you can get a storage all the way up to 512 GB SSD on the Steam Deck, which I'm which isn't really much on a handheld. That's a fuck ton. Uh, it's just an all around. It's a PC in your hand. You know, it's probably what Blizz needs instead of having that shitty fucking gaming laptop he has. If he'd have just had this or this Steam Deck, he'd have been set. And it's only $650.
Satisfied with a Steam Deck.
Yeah, Steam Deck.
I'd only waited.
Now the only problem is you can't play some of the games on there because it is a Linux system. There's some games that you can't play, like Apex. At the moment, you can't play it. It doesn't work on. I think they're still working on it, and they're still working on some of the other games that just won't play on Linux. I believe Apex is one of them. So I could see how that might dumb down some people's reason to buy it, but I mean Steam has a huge, vast library. I mean you could play everything from Persona 4 to fucking hentai games on there if you wanted to. If that was really your thing, you want some handheld hentai shit.
Well, it
Could
says
you
you can
play-
pretty much install Windows on it too and just download a bunch of emulators.
Yeah, see? I mean,
Oh,
it's
that's
again,
cool.
it's a PC in your hand, which we kind of have that already with our cell phones, which I was actually kind of hoping that the resolution would be
iPads?
a little bit better because I mean, the resolution on these things are fucking
Hey,
insane.
when that Diablo Immortal's coming out?
That's coming out not soon enough.
Well, I mean, if the resolution was cranked up to either 1080 or 4K, and I think on games like Control or something, they said the battery's only going to run for like 4 hours.
I was at least
So
hoping
yeah,
like
displays at 1080,
Yeah.
your battery will last no more than 30 minutes.
I was at least hoping like 1080 and like maybe just keep it on the fucking charger or something. I don't want 4K or 2K because that doesn't make sense on that small of a screen. But at least like let me crank it up for 30 minutes of 1080 pureness. Like just just give me a turbo mode.
Like an hour long drive, I'd crank that up. Use up that 30 minutes.
Yeah, you know. The 720 is good, but you're not going to really notice too much of it. The game's going to look crisp and clear on that small of a screen. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty tiny screen. And of course the cheapest model is like what, $300?
400.
$399? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is pretty freaking good.
But it
deal.
has piss poor memory on it.
Oh, it's got shit memory. Don't even get it. Yeah.
That sounds like a bad idea, honestly.
64 gigs, especially if you plan on playing AAA games.
Well,
You gotta like
Aren't-
trade out games.
aren't aren't games on like those handheld consoles sized differently? Aren't they compressed differently so that maybe they download edit?
I don't think so.
don't
It
think
seems
so?
like it's just going to be whatever you can get on Steam, whatever's designed for PC. It's going to be, you just slide it into your Steam Deck, and that's how you kind of play it.
So like if you have a fucking console, I mean a game that's like 100 gigs, it's gonna be 100 gigs in the Steam Deck. Holy shit!
I would imagine so, yeah. I
Well,
don't think they're going to.
If you look at it like that, that 512 SSD is pretty shit too.
Yeah.
That's like 5 AAA games.
Yeah.
But I don't get people who would honestly want to play like a AAA game on a little handheld device.
I think
Like if you
Warfare.
want the beautiful screen, you want to either play it on your monitor or a TV. If you're playing on a console or whatever, I wouldn't want to sacrifice that for just a handheld.
I think I wouldn't mind playing a AAA game on the handheld if I was going somewhere. You know, like if I was on the trip. However, I wouldn't place emphasis on that being, you know, used for just playing AAA games. To me, that's more of like the emphasis is I think what you're trying to get at is like I can play these random games like Persona 4 Golden or these games that just don't take that much power, but
Yeah.
they're good for handheld. They're good for just walking around or going to place and stuff like that, which is
I
probably
think
what
that's where
I
it
would,
will shine.
yeah, and honestly, that's kind of like what Nintendo Switch is whole thing already is right now. I mean, their games aren't that they have AAA games on Nintendo, of course, but even then they kind of suck ass on playing on that fucking console. So
Yeah.
Honestly, what helped the Switch OLED is if they had actually like made it more powerful. The fact that it's still the same thing is just going to hurt it in the long run.
that's all they really needed to do is make it just give it some more power. They had the opportunity here to release a new version of their console and make it, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a nice freaking GPU and everything in there, but they didn't. They didn't. They kept it very same, and they just put a new OLED panel in there, and it costs what the same as a Switch, right?
I think it's like $10 more to produce.
Right. So,
Ain't much more.
like,
Maybe
and
they're
then
just being lazy.
well, they even came out and said that they have no plans on doing another Switch. No more iterations of this console. So, to me, that's just like why? Why would you even? Why are you doing that?
Well, who knows? Maybe with the Steam Deck announcement, maybe that's going to light a fire under Nintendo's ass to like, okay, maybe we should rethink our plans here.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you why.
Mhm.
So you can play your disgusting hentai games on your Steam Deck.
That's true. Look, man, Steam's got a little bit of everything. You want AAA titles, you want indie games, you want hentai games. That thing is going to be loaded with porn, just like everybody in high school and junior high's PSP. I'm telling you right now.
One.
Hey man, play a good dating sim on that if they had a decent amount of them.
Yeah, there's one called Persona 4 Golden. It's a pretty incredible story too.
Can sit there and have that thing chock full of like Super Nintendo emulators, N64 emulators, all the way up to PS3 and shit.
Yeah.
On your Steam Deck.
Fucking Switch just completely,
Yeah, that's gonna be.
completely no
Steam Deck's
reason.
gonna be like an all-in-one, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just a handheld PC. You could throw emulators on a PC right now. You throw it on the fucking Steam Deck. Play fucking
Only-
Time Splitters and Gauntlet.
The only thing that we'll see is if Valve actually supports it past the initial. I'll give it a year and see if Valve just drops like their Steam controller or the other.
Yeah.
No, there's like another Steam
Yeah.
device that was supposed to be like a Steam Link or something, and
Well,
then that just fell
yeah.
off the face of the planet.
And that's the thing with Valve is they make all these announcements, and sometimes they had like 90 projects that they never followed through with. They announced like 100 different things, and then they were just like, "Oh yeah, that got lost in the wind somewhere." So I think the only thing they constantly support is Steam, of course.
Probably took a lot out of them to release Half-Life Alyx.
Oh
The
God.
Breadwinner.
Oh yeah.
I could say that Nintendo will probably always rule the market for accessorizing your handheld, though, because that a lot of upgrades and accessories that come with that. I don't think there's going to be as much for the Steam Deck.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyone's getting the Steam Deck is going to be mostly for the what you can do to it and what you can, I guess you say, hack.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, there's people that break
Yeah,
a fucking
definitely.
Switch, and I wanted a broken Switch one time, jailbroken Switch, but I was like, you know what? One day they're gonna have a fucking handheld thing that I can play any game on, and right now that's what Steam Deck is looking like. So that's a good thing. I mean, that's a really good thing. Blizz, that
It
means
just
you can
needs the
play
support.
fucking what's that shitty game that you play all the time on the Steam Deck?
Conqueror's Blade.
Conqueror's Blade.
I haven't played that for a while.
Oh, yeah, what are you playing now?
League of Legends.
Well, you can play fucking
Oh.
League of Losers on Steam
They
Deck.
don't have that on Steam, so I don't know if they would let it.
Probably. I mean, it's basically
Yeah.
PC.
So I think what people are, I won't say confused about, are like you can install Windows on it, and then the likes of Origin, which is a launcher for most of the EA games.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'll still be able to just use Windows as your thing and install whatever you want from there.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it'd be like
Yeah,
normal
but-
PC.
Yeah, I'd
Like, I
imagine it
I
would
did
be.
that with a Mac, and it completely slowed everything down to the point of you didn't even want to play.
Where the hell did you get a Mac?
Well, did you get a Generation 1 Mac or something?
Yeah,
or
seriously, what the?
What?
You install League of Legends and just slow down the Mac.
Yeah, what kind of Mac are we
No,
talking
I
about here?
installed the pretty much Microsoft Drive thing, or Windows.
Oh, well, yeah.
Hmm.
I can imagine that probably fucking up when you have two operating systems, unless you had one in was it a virtual box or something where you can have like the
Yeah.
other operating systems. So I don't know how you did it, but you apparently did it wrong.
Very
Uh,
much so.
yeah. Apparently. What the hell? No, I mean, out of the news that was announced last week for the Steam Deck, it seems pretty promising. I just want to say to any parents out there that is thinking about getting their kid a Steam Deck, it's probably not one of those things. It's a pretty open handheld PC. I probably wouldn't do it. I'd probably stick with the Switch. You know, I'd stick with a Switch or like a Series S or something. That's not really a kid tool. I think it's aimed more at that adult or you know, teenage market for gaming.
And also, parents, it's called a Steam Deck, not a Stream Deck.
Yeah, Steam Deck.
Just so you know, there is
Steam
another
Deck.
device called Stream Deck that's been out for longer, and I can see where that might be some confusion in some grandparents or parents. So
Yeah,
I
so
imagine there's gonna be a few kids on Christmas getting a Stream Deck.
yeah, if you don't want your
Have to
kid to
buy
be
them, let
fucking
them
straight
sort it out.
disappointed, then look at the right thing, you know, do your research. Because or else you're gonna have that little Johnny motherfucker who's so ungrateful. Like he's just gonna be freaking the fuck out.
What is this?
Thanks for a Steam Deck.
I can't play Fortnite on this. So did anybody reserve one?
Yes.
I did too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, dude,
Not yet.
this is something that again, I could play my PC games on the go when I want to or something. I mean, and plus at my real life job, then there ain't a whole lot of shit to do sometimes, so it's a Steam Deck.
And honestly, with the people who, like me, for instance, I'm using a PC here at your place. I don't play on PC, but if I were to get that, now I'll be looking at kind of the summer sales or the sales going on. I think, oh, that might be a fun to play on a handheld. I'll buy that on sale. So
Yeah,
Valve will be
exactly.
making even more money throughout the time as people just buy
Yeah.
games on sale now because I never would have cared for it, but now I can play it anywhere. So why not?
Yeah, you could play it anywhere, and it also increases like the fact that you could just purchase games that we could play here on your Steam Deck, and they'll already be preloaded to your Steam and everything. So
Mm-hmm. Which version did you get?
the fucking expensive
The
one.
$650 one or something.
Yeah.
I did the middle. I did the middle one. I
No,
didn't
fuck
think I
that.
need all the
I need all that SSD.
bells and whistle and the was it the
So,
edge-proof, glare-proof glass or
Yep,
something.
need that. What were you
what I
saying,
want to
Tiki?
pick up is that we are able to play Dark Souls on our handheld together.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Dark Souls,
That's all I
Elden
needed.
Ring.
That's all I needed.
Could play Elden Ring together.
We can play
Well,
Age of Empires together.
We could play Age of Empires
Yeah,
together.
we could.
Yeah.
We won't, but we could.
We will. I will.
We
I'll
should.
go. Yeah.
I'll play it
We
with you.
should.
Look,
That'd
I
be
think
fun.
it should just be like a me and Paps versus Tiki and Blizz in Age of Empires.
Well, here's the thing. What we'll do is we'll have everyone take laxatives
Mhm.
and do have an Age of Empires off. We'll have the advantage because we can go in the toilet and still play.
Mhm.
You guys will be screwed because, you're stuck to your PC. I mean, Blizz might have a chance because he has his laptop. So that's what. So Tiki would be SOL.
So that's what we do.
I'll bring a bucket.
We just have Blizz come here. We have Blizz come here, right? And he plays on Paps's PC. Tiki plays on his PC. I go over to Pap's house, and both of us sit there with our Steam Decks. And
We'll be in a restaurant.
we all take laxatives.
Yeah.
We just see where this goes. We see who can hold out the longest.
We'll live stream it too.
Just live streaming, me and you rush into the Applebee's bathroom. Steam Deck still in hand.
All right, guys, coming to you live from the Applebee's bathroom. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for it. I'll see. Like, I just reserved it just because I'm like, if I do want it later, I'd rather have my money in on it.
Yeah,
So I'll see if I'll
exactly.
keep it.
That's exactly why I reserved it, because it doesn't come out till later this year. You know, I have plenty of
Like
time
December.
to
Yeah.
plenty of time to put the money away towards it. And if I really don't want it, I really don't see any need for it, then I'll
Mhm.
just back out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I'll get it and sell it, and one of the two. But it definitely looks promising. I'm excited for that. Moving on to our next part of the segment, though, and Blizz, I feel like you'll be excited for this because Battlefield 2042 just made a great big announcement at EA's live stream today earlier. And oh my god, Battlefield fucking Portal. Holy shit. The ability to mash up different Battlefield games on one map in one game, and they're bringing back all the popular maps from from Battlefield Bad Company 2, from Battlefield 3, from Battlefield 1942, all in one thing. You can go knives versus defibs. You can do World War II people versus futuristic people. You can do modern people versus futuristic people, and the possibilities are almost endless. I know that they do have a limit to what you can do for right now, but it's coming to us with Battlefield 2042, the Portal thing, and it's also going to come with multiple different preset game modes. But of course, we can customize our own stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and
What
there's
if like
customize a map.
yeah,
World War One versus modern like weapons and everything? That'd be kind of unfair.
Everybody in the future has defibs, and everybody in the past gets like a bayonet.
Or
Yeah.
syringes.
I don't know if there's World War One available. I could have swore it was just World War Two.
Oh,
There could be World War One though. I think those planes might have been World War One in the trailer. But they did show how it contrasts with the propeller type planes from World War One flying by, and then a guy shot a little tracker on it. A modern guy shot a tracker on it, and then they shot the RPG at it and blew it the fuck up. I mean, of course, there's going to be some advantages there to that, but that's the point of the freaking of the game mode. You know, the fact that you could just do anything.
Yeah, I feel as though the futuristic or modern people have the advantage 99% of the time.
I mean, bullets are bullets, man. Once you're on the fucking ground, it doesn't really matter at that point, because.
But a plane made out of more probably higher end metal material probably can handle World War II. I don't know.
I mean,
Normal.
think about it. You've got Timmy with the Tommy gun in the back shooting a rocket. He's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, you got Timmy with the Tommy gun, then you got a straight up fucking, dog droid coming after him. So it's like like a dog bot coming right at him. They also
got a World War II plane trying to outrun a homing rocket.
I mean, man, the creativity is pretty endless, and it's up to us as the community to just make random maps, to make random game modes, stuff that beforehand they used to mod servers and everything like that. I think Battlefield's just like, you know what, fuck it, here it is, take it all. You guys had so much fun with our games, modding the servers and modding all that crap, but this is where we're going with this. And the fact that you could there was like a game mode that they said is coming with it, where it's like a tank versus a bunch of little of those little fucking, what do you call those?
RC cars?
Those little RC drone things.
Drones?
Yeah, so it's like one tank versus like a plethora of those RC drone things coming at it. And you got one guy on one team in the tank versus probably like 50 of the other things. But that's insane. Like
all these little drones just skirting around.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a guy on a horse versus a tank.
Yeah, or
hitting a guy on a horse with a truck.
Or 50 guys on horses.
We could do 50 guys on horses with old school RPGs versus one tank. Or maybe like two tanks, because I still think old school RPGs would probably do some damage to that tank. But, just charging straight at the tank with the horses. Or you could do one tank versus 50 dudes with repair tools.
Is it a future tank or is it a normal tank?
It could be any tank. It could be old school tank versus 50 dudes with repair tools. It could be new school tank versus 50 dudes with repair tools. I mean, like I said, the possibilities are nigh endless. There's so much you can do in that. Just the fact that defibs versus knives. I mean, that just sounds fun.
Yeah.
Whole team
Definitely
with
like
knives,
they're going
whole
the
team
fun
with
route.
defibs, which I like. I like that. I like that. Battlefield has kind of always been that standpoint for just having fun. You know what I mean? Like a lot of multiplayer games, you look at them nowadays, and they're very, very competitive. They're based on the competitive play style. So you got Rainbow Six Vegas, or not Vegas, Rainbow Six Siege. You got Fortnite. You got Call of Duty. You got Apex. All of it is kind of based in that competitive market, and even Halo's kind of going towards that competitive market, as we could see with the last multiplayer trailer. It's a little bit more fast paced, a little bit more competitive. But then you got Battlefield coming in here and saying we're just worrying about the fun. We're worrying about the community. We want people to have fun, and that's it. And that's kind of how Battlefield's always been. I mean, Battlefield's been pretty freaking hectic from when me and Blizz and Tiki had played. It's just all out craziness, and it's just it's always fun. It's always random. It's always hectic. Sometimes you'll see a fucking dude trying to fly a helicopter vertically up a building while touching the glass. I mean, that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Hopefully, because we haven't seen what 343 is gonna do at Forge World and Halo 6. I wonder if that's gonna make them kind of
That might make them pucker
go a
their
little bit
butts
harder
a
in
bit.
that.
Yeah, pucker their butts a bit and fucking. Well, Halo's pretty much been. It definitely in recent years been all about the community as well. So you know, because I mean they release community maps and game modes all the time on their fucking actual like social play. Like you can get on and matchmake into these things. I mean that's how we found out
Yeah.
about what was that game mode that we loved so much that I wish they would bring back.
Husky Raid.
Husky Raid.
Mm.
Husky Raid. Husky Raid
That
was
was
the
so
shit.
much fun.
We're top tier.
We were pros at it.
Good shit, man.
Yeah, that was too good.
But yeah, that's pretty cool with the whole you can mash together the different armies from different eras and stuff.
Yeah, the different armies from different eras, the weapons from different eras. I guess there's going to also be like a gun game type thing where you start off with like World War II weapons and you just kind of go up through the history of weapons.
You're gonna be on those crazy big maps with all the chaotic shit going on.
Oh, of course. I mean, was it 128 players, right? Blizz, how excited are you for this?
Fucking ecstatic.
Okay, you just seem like
You don't understand.
dead tired right now
I
or
can't
something.
wait to shoot down a hallway and clip at least 30 people's feet just because I'm shooting.
Just aiming and just
Aiming and I'm not even
Shooting.
aiming. I'm just shooting. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Brain
Random
spray.
hallway.
Have the building be torn apart by a tornado while you being shot at. Can you imagine?
honestly, the first thing I'm going to do when I get on that one map with the tornadoes is just wingsuit around them.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
That's-
going straight in that
That's one of the
motherfucker.
number one things I want to do is just wingsuit around tornadoes. You can kill me. That's fine. Just let
Yeah.
me wingsuit around the tornadoes.
First will
I'm
be the
gonna try to get in
wingsuit.
I'm gonna try to get in a jet and fly it, probably crash it, and then jump out and wingsuit around.
And then you get into like a mounted vehicle, like a turret, and just get spun around, and now it's the turret spraying everywhere.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in a jet on one of those maps and game modes that's versus World War II, and I'm going to go fucking dogfight a World War II plane in a jet. I want to see
They'll
if it
probably shoot you down.
They're gonna have the
Pro
commander
player.
mode in there again.
they're going to have what?
The commander mode.
Uh,
Oh, I don't know.
So pretty much when you would play, there was like two commanders, two people who played on like is like the logistics side. You got a bird's eye view of everything going on. You could send people
To the moon.
pretty much hey rapid respawn, or you could was it call in an airstrike to some places depending on which points you had.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
he was basically the battlefield commander. He would be like, hey, go take this point or go there and stuff like that. I think it was like on an iPad or something that people used to do that. Was it on a
You could do it
tablet?
on the
Oh.
system.
You could do it on the console? I never did it. I was always on the boots on the ground doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Ground
same.
control.
I'd always ignore that.
Yeah.
orders.
Every time the battlefield
was
commander
fun.
was just like, go to fucking Echo or go to Dracula, I'd be like, no. I'm
Oh, we're going to Bravo.
yeah, I'm going to Bravo.
Your tear ass and driving around doing donuts in an ATV.
Yeah, I mean, we got to try and
Yeah.
crash an ATV into a fucking 1942 plane for sure. That's got to be a thing. Throw some C4 on the ATV, and we'll just launch ourselves up to the 1942 plane somehow, and then bam.
I want to take an ATV, drive into the elevator, whatever the building is, in enemy territory. So right when it goes up and you open the doors, my ATV just explodes.
Actually,
trying to drift a
me
horse through a
and Blizz
tornado.
actually did something like that one time. Me, Blizz, and Tiki. We went up the elevator. There was this one map where there was this crazy tall building
Shanghai.
structure. Yeah, and we went up the elevator because we kept dying going up there. Every time we would go up there, we would just die because they were camping the elevator. So then we went up there all the way up. The elevator doors open. They had their sights drawn on us, and we just ran and blew ourselves up.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
took out a few of
So
them.
you
but-
bitches.
Yeah, so it's just the fact that you could
You
do
gotta
stuff like
camp.
that in Battlefield. That's what makes it so fun. And the fact that, again, Battlefield had the fucking chance here to go Battle Royale, to go extremely competitive multiplayer, but they stuck with their roots. They had a nice return to form because they went back in time for some reason and kind of fucked everything up. But they're back. They're better than ever, and Portal comes out with 2042, which is awesome. The fact that you don't have to wait for anything. You could just get boots on the ground, start customizing random shit. Now, if only they'd added frickin' Battlefront into that mix. Now think about it. Droids, Jedis versus World War II soldiers.
Oh yeah, those the soldiers would. So it's pretty much one-sided for the soldiers. I mean,
Well, they could
is
probably
that really
take
a
down
challenge
the
for them?
droids. I mean,
They
you could probably take down the droids. I mean, we're
weren't too
Yeah.
good.
yeah, we're talking about the skinny droids. You know what I mean? The ones on the fucking separatist side or whatever, like those guys, versus some World War II soldiers. I'm gonna give it to the World War II soldiers because those guys are kind of useless. Not the World War II soldiers, the
Yeah.
fucking droids. Those droids are
The
useless.
droids. Yeah, they get killed in one shot.
Also using blasters that are firing off concentrated like heat.
Look, how often do those hit you? I mean, come on, you remember playing Battlefront? How often did those hit you? It wasn't often that those hit you. I mean, sometimes there would be that guy who was like fucking, droid Chris Kyle, but other than that, it was pretty good. I also would like to see Ewoks versus 1942 World War II guys. I mean, that's just
The
fucking
Ewoks are
intense.
overpowered though.
Those Ewoks are once you get them in a
Ewoks.
group.
Yeah, you can have a Ewok hunt for World War II.
Can you imagine jumping into a tornado and it's surrounded by 64 Ewoks also in the tornado?
Could you imagine jumping?
All the lights go out and all you see are glowing eyes.
Well, could you imagine just like wingsuiting around the tornado, and then all of a sudden, just like the sun gets overcasted or whatever, it gets really dark, and then inside the tornado itself, you're looking to your right, and you just see a bunch of glowing eyes, and then you hear a bunch of horns, and then all these Ewoks with. And then these Ewoks with their wingsuits made out of like sticks and trees come right after you, throwing the fucking fireflies at you.
Oh, those fireflies. Ooh.
I'd be terrified.
Tornado just lights up with all the fireflies on the Ewoks throw.
You just look very closely. It's not really a tornado. It's just a bunch of fireflies.
That would be terrifying.
That'd be fucking great.
Look,
So, yeah, I hope
that
they do
Ewok
like
hunt-
a Star Wars collab or something.
Dude, at least for like like a good weekend collaboration or something. I'm not saying do the whole insert it into the game because then that would probably get really fucked up. But like a nice collaboration
Was
with
right,
it,
no joke.
yeah, a nice collaboration with it would be awesome. Add some hero classes in the Battlefield side so that you can have some modern day hero class stuff versus a fucking Jedi or something. But at least collab with Ewok Hunt because that just sounds awesome. 1942 soldiers versus some Ewoks. Every
Can you
time
imagine like an infection mode like that with 128 players?
Yeah. Well, actually, there is going to be an infection mode, they said, with 128
shit.
players. Yeah, so there's going to be an infection mode.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
There also is going to
Alright.
be, like, apparently, during the EA live stream, one of the guys, the host was like, so could I do me and, like, a team versus, like, the rest of the people have just super speed and knives only, so sort of like an infection where they're all chasing you? And he said, yes, you can do that. So that's just cool. Or like you and like a group of 4 or something versus the rest of the people, and they all got defibs and they all got super speed.
It's pretty much get to the tallest building and camp out on the top floor.
It won't matter once they start pouring through.
Yeah. If they coordinate and all just pile up at the bottom like 100 people and then just run up the stairs.
Kind of like how I coordinated that amazing assault in Ewok Hunt where I boxed you guys into that one canyon and then I blew my horn. I was like, oh. Everybody started following me. We just railed you guys. God, I want to play some more Ewok Hunt now.
Ewokon's so great.
Ewokon's
Yeah,
the
it's
best thing that was in Battlefront. The best thing, indeed.
Oh man. By the way, we didn't start off with this, but what's everyone playing?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Blizz, what are you playing?
I think you said LOL.
Yeah, League of Legends, toxining it up, being a toxic little bitch.
So, Blizz, how excited are you for? Well, actually, we'll get to that. Paps, what have you been playing? I know you've been pretty busy with some in real life stuff, but you take any time to
Yeah.
play something?
Yeah, I'd say that all my time's really been going to Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, yeah.
My
Yes.
newfound love for that.
You know what? Final Fantasy 14 is doing it right, dude. I mean, I got to tell you right now, with the release of NGS, I thought we were going to see a switch in the MMO market since Final Fantasy 14 kind of runs the MMO show right now. Like it is all Final Fantasy 14. If you're going to play an MMO, that's the one. And I was kind of thinking that we were going to see some kind of switch when NGS came out, but dude, the lack of structured classes in NGS, the lack of jobs, like fucking miner and weaver and stuff like that, and then just the pure lack of content itself in NGS. It doesn't do it, you know what I mean? And I know it's brand new and content's going to be coming out soon, but Final Fantasy 14 has an ass load of content. It's got jobs, it's got structured classes, it's got a huge
And
community.
the free trial right now lets you play through like the first a Realm Reborn and then the next expansion for free. So you can play up through Heaven's Word for free.
Yeah, that's a fuckload of content, dude. That's like
Right.
a complete ass load of content before you actually have to start paying. And that's a good way to get people to be like, all right, now I tried out 95% of your game. Let me decide if I want to pay for this.
And then you have their new expansion coming out in November too. So
Yeah.
So it's bringing everyone there to start getting ready for that. Yeah, it's really fun.
What classes are you playing?
Now I'm still on Bard again. Level.
You have like a billion different
58.
classes now. You have like
Right.
fucking Blue Mage, Samurai, like all this
Samurai.
shit. Yeah, and you went right back to Bard. That's sad.
I'll probably rock Samurai once I get my Bard up to level 80, but
And
just stick with what I know.
I think if I go back on that, I'll probably go Samurai, Blue Mage. One of them would probably.
If you do Blue Mage, technically it's not a real class, if you will.
Yeah,
You can't like use it in like the raids and stuff like that or
No,
any content.
It's a very strange class, but I do like it. Samurai.
What about
for
Red
sure,
Mage?
though. Red Mage as well. I mean, they got like almost every Final Fantasy class that's ever been fucking put to screen. So,
Yeah, when are we gonna see you back?
dude, I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's so much because beforehand I had so much stuff, and yeah, I'm thinking about it. That's for sure. It might be something that I play before this fall because this fall we're going to be pretty stacked with shit that we're going to have to do for the channel as far as games and everything like that, co-op series that we're going to have to make, and hopefully we can get Miss Tiki on the channel and doing some co-op stuff with him.
Miss Tiki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's going to be great. I told Tiki that he should bring her on the channel and do some co-op stuff with her, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. We just finished The Walking Dead. Telltale Stories.
That's not really a
Telltales.
co-op game, but
Days.
those are fun. Those are great
no,
games.
That's just something we've been playing recently.
You both been
You
making
guys been
decisions on
playing
that?
like
Well, she was playing it mostly, and I re-downloaded Battlefield 4. I've been playing that a lot.
Okay, so she's been playing that, and you've been playing Battlefield 4. That's what you meant to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not really. I don't.
It's not a co-op, but we were at first taking turns, and then she just kind of took over, and I just kind of watched her.
Yeah, it
play it.
doesn't seem like
Sure.
a game that holds your interest. So.
is there a reason she took over? Or are you just making bad decisions?
No, it was just me watching. More entertaining.
Yeah. Blizz got all close to the camera.
Right.
I was like, yeah, no, I mean, I like those Walking Dead games. Probably one of the few games that ever made me cry. I'm not gonna lie, because the very end of the first one, I was in tears. Clementine is my
Yeah.
life, so I would die for Clementine. I'm sorry.
The final season, when Clementine almost, you thought she died, teared me up a little bit. I was like, no, Clementine.
No, it didn't. Shut the fuck up. That was so manufactured right there.
No,
So
dude,
what else have
I
you
don't give a
been
shit.
playing, Tiki?
I've been playing some Halo as well.
Okay,
And
brushing up for Infinite. That's good.
then some Plants vs Zombies 2 on my phone, on
That's
mobile.
strange, but it's cool. Those are fun
And
pastimes.
that's it.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, you got to work up for that Halo Infinite because I'm gonna rely on you and Subby and me to be, well, and Blizz to be doing. Well, I guess Paps too, but be doing a lot of the streaming for that. So
Yeah.
that's right. Casual
I'm
Gamers
gonna-
is gonna be streaming a lot more this fall. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also gonna be upgrading our mics pretty soon. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
As far as
What
me,
about you, X?
man, let me tell you what I've been playing. Not a thing. So, not a thing. I could tell you that I log into NGS sometimes and I just leave my character there. Other than that, I don't do much, man. I watched Fear Street on Netflix.
Oh yeah, how was that?
That was actually surprisingly really good. I didn't think I thought it was gonna be some R.L. Stein thing where it was gonna be for like kids and whatnot. Even though my dumbass still would have watched it because I liked Goosebumps. But man, that was not for kids. That no. Within the first like 3 minutes of the show, somebody's getting straight murdered, and they're showing everything. So it's not a thing that you will go and sit down and because it's R.L. Stein and watch with your kids. It's kind of more like adult oriented. I wouldn't say like seriously adult oriented. There is some sex in there, and it does show it. So, but man, those are good. I would check all three of those things out if you have the time, or if you want to sit down and watch something with your significant other, or just feel like sitting and watching it in some helmet and some fur coat. Is that a woman's fur coat? Your smile says yes.
What was your question?
I asked if that was a woman's fur coat.
Fur coat.
So yes. That's fine. I mean, that's totally fine, man. I'd probably wear it too if it was comfy.
I don't know. I have no idea if this
Hey,
is a woman's fur coat.
you
or
had
a
that
man's.
one
It
woman's
fits
hoodie that
perfectly.
I wore here when you were here, and that was fucking comfortable as all shit.
That was the best fucking hoodie. Oh my god.
I
hoodie
love
was
that
great.
hoodie. I wear women's tactical pants. That's fine because I don't have I don't have huge legs. Although the women's tactical pants make them look big and they make my ass look bigger. Well, actually, I just have a fat ass, so.
Big apple right there.
Got a dump truck.
I also got a Doge to the Moon, of course. I'm sporting the Doge to the Moon shirt again. This is an amazing shirt. I just got one from Miss Tiki, so that the deal was if I get her this shirt, that she'll heal for us on our next RPG adventures, and that she'll also heal for us in D&D. So she is
Yep.
going to be joining the D&D campaign at some point. I was hoping that she would be able to sub in for Peps this Saturday, but it looks like they have plans. I was really hoping that would have been really fun.
Yeah,
But-
I was hoping for it too.
I mean, future gatherings when we're all there, she could just sub into the adventure as well. That's the good thing about D&D is you could pick a motherfucker up. Not that she's a motherfucker, but you could just pick somebody up out of nowhere, and it'll just flow into the story.
Yeah, I'm excited about our campaign that we got going on now.
We got to figure out a time to play again. Last week, Paps, Blizz, I fucking wish you were there because, God, that was a pretty funny campaign. Even though we were just sitting there talking in the town and meeting up with people, I got laid in the campaign. That was cool. Something that doesn't happen in real life, but it happened in the campaign. So
Yeah, I accepted an assassination.
God damn it.
dude, yeah, he accepted an
What?
assassination on his first conversation all alone by himself. He went off to go sell some stolen goods, and then he was just like talking to this person. He's just like, "Yeah, I'll kill that person for you. I'll just talk to my team about it." And this whole time I'm listening to him, of course, but I'm like, you got to be kidding.
Yeah, I want more gold, man. I have like 180 gold or something, or 100 and something.
Dude, he's
I'm
rich.
pretty rich.
He's rich. He sold a lot of stuff. He's pretty stacked right now. I can't wait to return to that. And then, of course, the next campaign we do will be put on the channel. I will be DMing that. I've been brushing up on my stuff. I did write a good intro, like kind of prequel to the campaign, like a prologue. It's pretty good. We're definitely starting it off in a jail, but you'll see what's happening with that. Moving on though, and moving on to my most favorite announcement, and the thing that I'm very very excited for, the Dead Space remake. Paps, I'm gonna tell you right now that I was hoping that all 3 would have been announced, just because I would love to return to Dead Space 3 with you and have the most incredible co-op adventures that we had in the first time Dead Space 3 came around. But it is Dead Space 1 remake. I don't know if they're gonna add a co-op element to it. That would be nice, but I'm not sure.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think from what I was reading and from what I was watching on it, they're really trying to stick to just the original game that made Dead Space, how great it is. That they're increasing, obviously, the visuals and then the sound, so the ambient noises sound like, I guess 20 times better. It looks incredible what they're doing from the ground up with this. It's getting that Resident Evil 2 treatment.
And I hear that's only going to be on current gen plus PC, so they're not going to hold back on being held back by the previous gen consoles. So that's really going to up the, I guess you could say, the scariness of it.
It's gonna up the terror in there, and it's gonna up their ability to do things, not having to worry about, working on it for those old consoles. And I'm sorry for everybody that owns the old consoles, but look, man, there's these newer consoles. When they do come out, that they're pretty decently priced. I mean, they're even working on it for the Series S, which is a underpowered newer console. But heck, that thing's like $300. You know what I mean? So, and it's also coming out for PC. And I believe it's coming out next year.
I don't think they set a date, but I'm assuming it's going to be next year.
I'm assuming it's going to be next year, just because they've been working on it for so long. But again, I like that they're adding some of the features from like Dead Space 2, like some zero grav features and whatnot. But they're not really altering much from Dead Space 1, in the fact that they're not altering the story. They're kind of adding new elements to the story. They're not altering how the game plays, and it's not going to be overly actiony like 3 I felt was. 3 kind of increased from survival horror to just survival horror action game, kind of like how Resident Evil went from survival horror to all the way to fucking 6, and it went to just Call of Duty Resident Evil. So that's what I like about this Dead Space. That's what I've always liked about Dead Space. Is I like the idea behind Dead Space being, you're a dude. You're not some like overly superpowered person. You're not fucking Ethan Winters and his daughter. You were a dude in space and shit went down.
Just an engineer using a plasma cutter, which ain't even like necessarily a weapon.
Yeah, it's not even
just
a gun.
An engineering tool.
Yeah.
It's modified to be a weapon now, and you're just alone on this derelict spaceship with all these necromorphs.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Very fun times. Dead Space is one of my favorite survival horror games and series. If it wasn't for Resident Evil 2 Remake and Silent Hill 2, Dead Space would be right up there. Well, it's in the top 3. It goes Resident Evil 2 Remake, Silent Hill 2, Dead Space. For me, at least.
Dead Space is going to be the game I'm going to like to watch other people play. I won't play it myself.
Don't worry. I will be doing the live stream on that because I love Dead Space so much. So I will 100% be doing that. Blizz, wake the fuck up. I don't know what's going on.
That fur coat's comfy.
It looks comfy.
He looks warm. I can't tell if he's smiling right now.
He is.
He is. There he goes.
Yeah, he is. See, you can't really tell the rest of his face because of, I'm sorry, Blizz, because you're kind of dark. But what you can tell is that your nose is a little lighter. So when you smile, you could see the nostril flare. So that's how I know
No,
you're
so I was
awake.
gonna see his cheeks.
Yeah, that's true. You got some poofy cheeks.
But yeah, can you just imagine though, seeing a necromorph in its 4K glory?
Seeing a necromorph in 4K glory on the Series X or PlayStation 5, or seeing a necromorph in like 2K at fucking 240 frames a second or some shit on a PC. Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, that's gonna be scary.
it's something that I'm sure fucking Tiki's girlfriend will play. I don't know about Tiki, but I feel like Tiki's girlfriend would definitely play that game and get scared. Tiki, you just
Oh,
got to be
yeah.
there.
I will probably be raging.
Because Dead Space
too.
was a PS3 360 title, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
wow, so yeah, this is gonna be a sharp improvement from 2 generations ago. So those things are gonna look a lot more intense.
Well, it's going to be a crazy improvement, man, especially since they're remaking it again from the ground up. And
Mhm.
that's where remakes need to go nowadays. Yeah, they can't do the Mass Effect treatment where it's just we're throwing it in the newer consoles and we're still 1080p. I don't know. I'm
So
super disappointed in that.
So is this Dead Space remake? Is that the same thing we saw at the Video Game Awards last year, which was like the Calypso project or something like that?
I don't
There's
know.
that one horror game that looked like a same vein of Dead Space with the whole health pack looking thing. I just can't tell if that's the same.
Well, there was apparently 2 projects in the work. There's apparently a new thing coming out, and then there was Dead Space remake, or maybe they were one and the
Okay.
same. I don't know. If I were to
Okay.
say, I remember when that announcement came out, they said a new horror game within the realm of Dead Space. I would assume that this is it, but there could be something else.
Or maybe it's like could be maybe Dead Space 4, and this remake is just testing the new engine they're using, I'm guessing, on the consoles before they release the
Before they release the
project
brand
or
new game.
code name.
Well,
Yeah.
that could be it too. I mean, this could be the start of releasing the trilogy in the remake engine, and then finally paving the way for Dead Space 4. You know what I mean? Like
I can see that.
that's what this could be, or it could be just releasing this one as Dead Space remake, right, in the new engine, and then making this new Dead Space just Dead Space 2, just rebooting the entire franchise.
Mhm.
Which
Well, I
would
guess we'll
be
see.
good too. I mean, if they rebooted it and kept the survival horror lineage there, kind of like how I thought Resident Evil was trying to do when it made Resident Evil 7, and then it went into fucking whatever the fuck Resident Evil 8 was with the Call of Duty aspects of it.
Yeah, the last like 30 minutes of Resident Evil 8 when you play as Chris Redfield.
Yeah, that was not Resident Evil. That was Call of Duty. That was straight. You called airstrikes on werewolves.
You're gunning down all the Lycans that took you so many bullets before, and they get this overpowered rifle that's like 3 tapping them, blowing their heads off.
Yeah, and airstrikes on werewolves. I'm sorry, you painted a target, and you called airstrikes on werewolves. That's something else.
Let's not forget about the block. Even like from 7 through 8, the whole block where you can block everything, it just seems a little silly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember Tiki and Blizz were watching that stream where Paps was blocking like every
blocking
goddamn
knives,
thing. Yeah.
claws,
Blocking knives, blocking bullets, blocking whatever.
giant big ass hammers and shit. It's like, okay,
Yeah, your arms are made out of.
underestimate the power of Ethan.
apparently.
I don't know how powerful he is.
Yeah, we didn't until that revelation came out.
Until we figured out that he was
we
a
still don't.
fucking sludge monster baby or something. That's such a creepy ass story.
So was your
So
Dead
weird.
Space playthrough gonna be a stream till you beat it?
Yes. Whenever that does come
You're
out,
gonna do
I'm going to
marathon.
do a Paps fucking stream until you beat it playthrough. Here on this channel, Paps kind of coined that.
on the hardest difficulty, 100% lore playthrough.
No. Just relax. You keep saying that kind of stuff every time a new game comes out, but you didn't even do that with Resident Evil fucking 8.
I think I had like 95% of the lore.
No, you didn't. The fuck? We just streamed through that game, man. We were pressing as hard as fucking possible. Tiki almost died. Like shit was happening.
We thought he died.
I was 100% sure he did die.
We ended that stream and I went to bed thinking Tiki was dead.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I pulled a Houdini on you guys.
Yeah, you didn't even turn off your PC.
Oh, for the Baconator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, he went to go get a Wendy's Baconator forever ago, And the thing is like your order. I remember telling you I ordered you that Wendy's Baconator, but your order had got canceled. But then like 5 minutes after you left, he somehow showed up, and he brought the Baconator, and I was like, well,
Oh,
shit,
damn.
I got Tiki's fucking Baconator, so I ate your Baconator, and then I was like, well, wonder when he's coming back. And by the end of the night, it was just me and Paps left standing, and we're like, yeah, Tiki's dead. Tiki's for sure dead.
I think I was like really tired. I wasn't feeling it. I went home.
Well, you were tired and you were
So I was just
freaking
tired from
drinking, so
Oh man, that was a fun night though.
yeah, and that's gonna be another fun couple of nights for Halo when that releases. Whenever that releases, good lord. I don't know
Right.
what's up with games nowadays not giving, you know, release dates on shit that's supposed to come or like Demon Slayer season 2. They had that big announcement that came out like what on the 13th or something, and all it was is like a TV spot and a poster. And it's like, dude, you didn't even say the release date. It's almost the end of the year. We're almost in the 8th month of the year. I'm so confused here. Like, when is it coming out? You said it's coming out in 2021, but when?
Well, it has to probably be. I know in Japan they have like the two, I guess only like 2 seasons when anime really comes out. So it might be in that whenever that particularly starts for like the winter season, a winter block or whatever they have.
Yeah, that's true. So it'd probably
Forgot how they
sometime
do it.
around like what, November, December then?
I guess maybe. Because you can kind of gauge when other anime starts up again. It's probably gonna come out during that window.
Well, you got the game coming out in October,
Mm.
so then it's probably gonna come out around that time, maybe, hopefully. Still no news on Halo's release date. They're just like, here it is, but we're not
Sometime in
gonna
the holidays.
sometime before it gets pushed
Yeah.
back.
It's gonna be a surprise drop.
January 2022. It's probably out right now. Like, probably out. They released it while we were fucking recording this.
You get like a secret menu in the Master Chief Collection to access it.
Speaking of like fall games, let's go down the line here. Blizz, what's your number one game you're excited for this fall?
Back for Blood.
Wow, didn't expect that. I expected maybe like Dying Light 2, but Back for Blood, yeah, that's gonna be another game that's gonna be on the channel. We're gonna do a first look on Back for Blood and stuff. It's gonna be pretty fun.
I'm excited about Dying Light also, but they played with us. They're like, hey, it's gonna be out soon, buddy. Don't you worry. You're gonna get to make all these decisions. And then they said, here, wait another 2 years. Fuck you.
Yeah,
So,
it
Back
has
for
been
Blood.
on the soon to be released list for quite some time. That's for damn sure. Dying Light 2. I hope it's not trash now, because I mean most of the game was developed what, like 2-3 years ago.
I'd imagine, yeah.
Yeah, so I hope it doesn't like look and feel like shit. So I'm pretty hopeful for it. Paps, what about you?
Well, my newfound love to 14. I'm now excited for the expansion to come out.
That's true. That's true. But no like actual game to come out.
Maybe Demon Slayer.
I don't know.
I think there's really much in the fall that I'm looking forward to. Only thing I'm really excited for is Elden Ring, but that's not till next year, beginning of next year anyway. So
January next year. That's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna play that while fucking in the shower on my Steam Deck in a little bag. I was gonna-
A waterproof bag. Just be playing in it.
exactly.
Say Elden Ring again.
What?
was that
Say Elden Ring again for me.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring?
Oh.
No, I mean, I'm excited for a lot of games this fall, but Demon Slayer, kind of excited for that game, just because it's kind of a generic like anime fighter, how they do with every anime. So, Tiki, what about you? And any games that you're just ecstatic for this fall?
I'm excited for Far Cry 6.
That's right. Tiki and
That
I will
game-
be doing a co-op
look
series on
fun.
that. So kind of like how Tiki and I did a co-op series or co-op stuff on Far Cry before without recording it. This time we're gonna record it. So
And then Same with Age of Empires 5.
That's
New
gonna
Age of
be-
Empires coming out.
That's gonna be
Looks pretty
They
amazing.
announced that. I forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the Discord as one of Tiki's first look videos. He's gonna do some
Nice.
Age of Empires first look. So can't wait for that either, because that'll be a pretty interesting. I want to see what that does on the channel, analytics wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm too excited for. Halo mostly, Demon Slayer Season 2, Diablo, which is coming out later this year. So yeah, I really can't wait for Diablo 2. That's coming out later this year. That's gonna be freaking awesome. Everything that was in our Discord channel, I'd have to pull it up again, but man, those are the games I'm most excited for. I can't wait to actually do shit for this channel come fall time, so it'll be a whole different view and whole different organization of how we're doing stuff right now. Just because of the summer drought, there's not a whole lot to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not a whole lot to play, but we do make these podcasts, and we appreciate that people watch them. They actually get a decent amount of views, so thank you every one of our viewers out there. For people who do watch the It Takes Two, Paps and I did film an It Takes Two thing. However, I have been working 48-hour weeks, so it doesn't take me that long to edit. I was gonna release it probably this weekend, so stay tuned for that. It is probably where it's kind of where I want to just stop playing It Takes Two, since now that fucking part is over.
You guys take on certain something.
Look, we murdered an elephant, and when I mean murder, like
Cold blood.
we mob murdered
That
this
was
fucking
violent.
elephant. Yeah, it was not nice, man. I mean, I don't much feel, I don't feel like a lot of things. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty cold, dead inside person. But for fuck's sake, that elephant, like, we ripped its fucking leg off. We dragged the damn elephant to the edge of a cliff and tossed her bitch ass off. Like,
It was begging for mercy.
yeah,
That's so
literally begging
cruel.
for mercy. It even like got out of our grips every now and then. It was like trying to crawl away, and we're just like, get the fuck back over here. Like, and Blizz is laughing, but
You belong at the bottom of this ravine.
man, we tossed that bitch off, and we made our adorable daughter cry. I was so mad. I was just like, I'm not even happy right now, dude. Just the fact that this adorable little girl is just in so much tears pissed me off. But damn, that gameplay through that whole session right there with the Rengoku powers and the fucking
Oh yeah.
oh my god. That's why I don't want to play anymore, because that's not coming back.
That was the best section of the game right there.
Dude, that's end game material right there. That should have been the last fucking section. The last fucking section should have been us going through that, murdering an elephant, and realizing that parents just get fucking divorced. Get over it. That's what it should have been. That's exactly what it should have been. Fixing broken problems, like I always say, you don't drop a glass and glue it back together and expect it to hold water. That's not how it works. But wow, that was a great freaking time. Anyways, everybody, we pretty much run out of time here. This one was going to be a longer one, or as longer than recent ones, just because of the stuff we had to cover. We are excited for Stream Deck. Fuck you, Nintendo Switch OLED. You let us down. Stream Deck is going to rule the handheld console market. Battlefield, I can't wait. I pretty much finished in my pants just watching the video. And then we got, obviously, Dead Space Remake, we're extremely excited for. Thank you for joining us today, Blizz, and your amazing outfit, your wonderful helmet that you apparently got from an Arizona truck stop. Makes me question a lot of things about truck stops. Thanks for joining us today, Papsmere Panda, and glad to have you back finally. Hopefully everything goes well for you in your life right now. And then Tiki Milk, thanks for joining us. You were pretty quiet as usual, but it's always nice seeing your face.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, everybody, we will be back next week with Sunday Morning Chat. Drink your MAW Energy. Thanks for joining, and everybody, go get a truck stop helmet like Blizz.